When I learned about the meaning of the word restoration, it changed a lot for me. I had previously believed that restoration meant erasing my pain or making my challenges disappear. To me, restoration was a poof more than a process. And then I began to study what it really meant. Restoration means to return to the original starting point. It often implies that the process of returning increases the original value. But to be clear, it is a process. So, when we ask the question, where is God? And we ask inside of the context of restoration, we also have to ask, what was the original starting point? If God offers us restoration, then where is He taking us? To answer this, we have to go back to the beginning, to the start of time, when man enjoyed a perfect, whole, complete relationship with God. Sin and selfishness had not yet polluted the relationship. And inside of that, the original starting point meant that man enjoyed a full understanding of how loved they were. They freely expressed that love back to God and enjoyed all of creation inside of perfection. There was no death. There were not painful childhoods or traumatic memories. Abuse, it was absent. Depression didn't exist. Darkness had not entered the world. So does this mean that we can enter into that world of perfection again? Yes and no. As long as we are part of a broken world, one in which sin and death are still part of our everyday life, there will be suffering. But that does not negate the original promise. You see, God promises to restore all things. Some of this is done when we enter eternity with Him. But some of it begins here and now, inside of depression, dark thoughts, painful childhoods, and traumatic memories. He begins that process of wholeness in our present. By knowing Him, by having Him guide us through healing and discovering truth about ourselves, we are able to take those steps towards the original starting point. And it is amazing. You see, it's a relationship with Him that helps us to do that. I believe, with all of my heart, only because I've lived it biographically first, that God can restore the broken areas of our hearts, thoughts, and feelings by showing us His love, mercy, grace, and goodness. That part of restoration begins now. We are all walking towards wholeness and healing, and as we invite Him into the process, we find we're able to find the hope that we've been looking for, and that is worth everything.